if you're a martial artist or you do any kind of athletic activity daily or weekly, then I want to share these hip mobility exercises with you. They're very, very essential. It's going to work the entire hip girdle, all the ranges of motion in the hip, and over time help to improve our range of motion. Now, everybody might look and feel a little bit different with these movements because everybody's hip anatomy might be a little bit different. Okay, there might be some variations from person to person, but do the best you can, and these movements, these exercises will absolutely be beneficial. Now, these movements, you can go ahead and not use any assistance, and you can just also focus on balance. But if this is your first time doing it, or you're somewhat new, just find a pole, use a wall, a chair, the counter, something to help with your balance. I want us to focus more on the rotations in the hip, more so than trying to stay on one foot for right now. So from here, we're going to start. I'm going to start with my right leg, and I'm going to lift my knee as high as I can go, bend my knee as much as I can, and point the toe. We're going to keep the toe pointed as much as we can, so keep that extension in the ankle. From here, we're going to turn. We're going to rotate our hip, trying to bring our foot out to the side. And then we're going to bring our knee back and try to get it in line with our shoulders, with our torso. Continue that motion and try to point your knee back behind you. It's okay if you lean forward here. And then we're going to point the knee down and then back up to the top in front of us. And we're just going to repeat this. So turn out the foot. You might feel a little rotation activity in the supporting leg hip as well there. That's good. Point the knee to the side. Continue. Point the knee behind you. And then point it down. And then up again. And we just want to try to work at least 5 to 10 reps per leg on this. And take your time. This is not a speed exercise. We're going to go slow. And we want to find any kind of sticking points that we may have in the hip. Plus, when we go slow, we're also building that strength within this range of motion. And you might get some cramping in your hip. If you do, just shake it out. That's totally normal. Okay. And then we'll switch after you do your 5 to 10 reps on one leg. Then we'll switch and we'll do the other leg. So just to recap here, make sure we're going to lift. So we're flexing this hip flexor as much as you can. Bend the knee as much as you can. And then extend your toes. Point your toes. Once you're in this position, turn the foot out. Turn the knee. Point the knee to the side. Point the knee behind you. Come down. And then back up. If you feel some cramping in your foot from holding this extension in your ankle, then go ahead and relax it. That's fine. And then go again. Here, turning the foot as we turn to point the knee out. Notice how we want this chest to be forward. We don't want to be collapsed here. It's like a roundhouse kick in martial arts. Bring the knee behind, point it down and up. And again, just working towards your 5 to 10 reps. Nice and slow. And controlled. And now once you have that, once you've accomplished both sides, then the challenge is we're going to go back to our right side and we're going to reverse the motion. Starting with our knee up high, we're going to point it down, behind, to the side. Now watch, I'm bringing my knee all the way back to the front, then I turn the foot down. So down, behind, to the side, bring it all the way. All right, that's your side kick chamber for my martial artists. And then turn it. Okay. Now, one direction might feel a little bit easier than the other for you. That's totally normal. They might both be challenging. That's also totally normal. there. So starting with the knee up, point the knee down, point it back behind you, point the knee to the side, bring the knee back in front, and then turn the foot. So we're working external and internal rotation between these two exercises. Right there. So give these a go. Hit the thumbs up button if you're enjoying some of this hip mobility for martial artists, for athletes, or just to feel better in your everyday activities. I mean, it doesn't always have to be for athletes or anything. It's just, you know, especially a lot of us as we're getting older, like I'm in my 40s now. I got to take care of my body a little bit differently now. And just by taking a little bit of time, not even each day, but even like 2-3 times a week, you know, it goes a long way. It really, really does. So work this into, if not your daily regimen, at least your weekly regimen. Use this as your warm-up before, you know, when you're at the gym. Use this for your warm-up or use this for your cool down. Really, really good to get these mobility exercises in. You know, your joints are going to thank you throughout the years. And if you're younger than 40s, if you're in your 30s or even in your 20s or even in your teens, then start this maintenance work now. Okay? Best time to plant the tree is 20 years ago. Next best time is today. Don't wait, don't delay. Maintain your body's health. I'll see you back here next time. Hit the thumbs up button. Leave me a comment below. Which direction was harder for you, did you find, outside or inside? Or which leg did you find was more challenging, your right leg or your left leg? Let me know in the comments. Love to hear you guys' feedback. And make sure you subscribe to Back to Primal. And now we'll see you back here next time. All right.